Hey y'all, time for a new video. Today's video is about this hair. I know y'all like the hair, you know, the most. And I'm gonna tell you how I got this Teyana Taylor sort of inspired hair, what I did to style it, how I cut it, everything you might wanna know about it. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so first, the last time I think I talked about hair. I had grown my hair out and I had stopped relaxing the top. And I had the big swoop hair, which I loved. I wore it, you know, until I was tired of it. But if you guys have been here for a while, you might have recognized this. If you haven't, I'll tell you. I change my mind all the time. I like to change up my look. I like to change up my hair. That's part of the reason why I do my own hair, because I can change it whenever I get ready to, and I can change it to whatever I want to. What I did was, I first gave myself the typical traditional pixie cut, which I've shown you guys how I do it. All I did was I went super short when I cut my hair. So this part, all of this is super short in the traditional pixie cut. I did leave a little bit of length here where I normally wouldn't have, and for sure I left length around the edges, which I do anyway. But the reason I left a little length here is because with it being this short, if you look at Teyana Taylor's hair, you can see it too when she turns to the side. If you cut this down as short as this, or as short as it would need to be to blend in with this, you'll end up with like the shaved back look, that like 90s look, and I did not want that. I wanted a very textured, short pixie that was a full head pixie. And when I say full head, I mean that the hair comes all the way down to here. So that's what I did to get the cut. The next thing I did was I relaxed my hair using my Mizani, you know, butter blend that I always use. I relaxed my hair. I went in the next day after I let it air dry and I dyed it jet black, because with a cut like this, you need the color to be on point. Whether that is highlighted or all blonde or whatever, jet black, you just need the color to be on point, because the hair is so short that every detail of the hair is on display. Cut, color, and style are on Front Street. After I had cut it, I had dyed it, I had relaxed it, I molded it with NAIROBI like I always mold it. What I did do in the top here was I did what I call my circle mold, and I will link a video. It's a really old video, but still it shows you the technique that I'm referring to, where I do a circle mold in the top so that I don't have a part, and so that I can curl the hair in whichever direction I'd like once it's molded. So that's what I did here in the top, and you can't tell, and that's how I want it. It just looks like one solid, you know, hairstyle. It almost looks like a wig, and that's the look that I was going for. Once my mold was dry, I added a little bit of olive oil and Kimmy oil mixed together, just because I wanted something a little heavier than olive oil, but I wanted some shine. And as you guys might know from my last video, I'm not currently using coconut oil because of protein overload. I'll link that video as well if you haven't checked it out. But once I got the shine that I wanted, I went in and I started to curl. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been using to curl my hair recently. It's a new tool. This is the curling iron that I've used, and I will show you how I use it. I just use a rat tail comb like you do when your hair is super short. Take the, you know, flat or rat tail comb, lift the hair up, grab it, and then just whoop, curl it. So you just take this, grab it, and curl it. And I'll link videos. I've shown you guys this technique before. It's not anything new. People do it all the time, especially if you have short hair. Stylists do it, people do it at home. So that's all I did. I just bumped it all over. So after I bumped it all over, I just took my fingers and I just went in like this and just kind of raked through it to get the hair in the direction, going in the direction that I wanted. Once that was done, I went back in to perfect my edges. And on my edges, I did use a little bit of Gorilla Snot, because I wanted them to lay super flat to my head, and I wanted them to be super shiny, and I kind of wanted that almost helmet like look, because it goes well with this cut and with this style. And I just took a little bit. I'll link that video as well. I've talked about Gorilla Snot before in my 3 different ways to lay your edges video. And I just went along here, shaped my edges the way that I wanted them, and then I just let that dry. Once everything was dry and set, I went back in with the Design Essentials oil sheen. It's just the typical oil sheen, but I was really heavy-handed with it. I mean, I really went in all over, and it will leave a soul glow on your hair, so be careful and make sure that once you finish applying something like that and you apply it that heavily, you go back in and I would just pat it down with my hands and run my hands through to get that kind of glistening sheen off my hair. I don't want it to look like the product is laying on top of my hair. You want your hair to just be shining. So that's what I did, and I will turn around now so you can see the back. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I will get back to you guys. I'm sure you guys will have plenty of questions, you know, just about how I cut it this short and how I got it to lay like this. No problem, leave them, I'll get back to you. As always, thank you so much for watching, supporting, and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already but you like my content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you leave. And until next time, y'all, bye.